Welcome to Over the Best Nurseries, where we grow over 2,000 different varieties of outdoor garden plants, ones that have been specially selected for their performance here in our Northeast and Mid-Atlantic region. Lots of really good plants that I think you'll be interested to find out about, and hopefully a good deal of them you'll be thinking about growing and enjoying in your own garden. Amongst the selection that we have are also brand spanking new selections, and some of them are highly unusual. Take, for example, this exciting variety of Buddleia or butterfly bush that's called Buddleia Grand Cascade. As you see, its habit is totally different to the normal butterfly bushes that we see in people's gardens, because here's a plant that cascades out with these enormous flower heads. I just measured this flower head that's on here, and it's already 18 inches, and by the time this tip grows out, I wouldn't be at all surprised if this particular flower head gets on to be as long as perhaps even 2 foot long. Then think about how this plant will look like in another week or 10 days when all of the buds that are on here all break out and give its magnificent lilac pink coloring. As I say, these are just now beginning to flower, and when I zoom in and show you this flower head on this plant, you'll see what happens whenever it really opens up fully, because they're really just beginning to show off their color now. And as I say, in another week or 10 days, when all of this bed breaks out into flowers, you can imagine the butterflies are going to be going wild here in the nursery. It's a plant that gets to about 6 foot high and spreads out to be wider than tall, so give it plenty of room. In fact, it's not unusual to say that this plant can reach as much as 8 foot wide. So when you're thinking about planting it, see if you can get somewhere where you're going to be really able to take advantage of this unusual cascading habit. That might mean planting it on a bank or a hillside, somewhere where you're able to really enjoy the beautiful, elegant cascading habit that comes from it. And if you're able to put it up on an elevated site somewhere, I think you can see as I zoom down here how impressive these flowers are going to be. Then also think about how you could use this in a line, or perhaps as a kind of informal hedge in a large lawn. Also, think about how you could use this for lining the sides of driveways and roadways. If you've got a curving entranceway and you could plant a line of these out, this would be truly impressive whenever you really get a line of them going. Just like ordinary butterfly bushes, it loves to grow in a sunny, well-drained position. It's a hardy Zone 5 plant. Its heritage means that it's likely to be on the hardier side of Buddleias. It's a variety that was raised by Hans Hansen at Walter's Gardens in Zeeland, Michigan. Hans has been working with some really interesting varieties over the years, and I think this is certainly one of the more unusual ones that is destined to be a very popular development when it gets out and becomes better known. This is Buddleia Grand Cascade, a first look plant. That means that it's a brand new selection that comes to you from the Handpicked For You program, and like the tag says here, tell us what you think. You can go on to the website and you can report how this variety is doing for you, and probably even take some pictures of all the gorgeous butterflies that this plant is likely to bring in. This is Buddleia Grand Cascade, a highly unusual and very elegant cascading form of butterfly bush.